Everybody wants to know the hacks or shortcuts to a better life, but there are no shortcuts to true leveling up, and abundant living is about choosing what's most important to you every single day. On the journey to living your best life, forget the shortcuts and create a lifestyle that supports you along the way. The uncommon habits that I'm going to share with you in this video, no one is talking about, but they have the power to help you level up by giving you more energy, increased productivity, and more joy in your day-to-day life. And because I am a busy mompreneur and full-time neuropsychologist, these habits are super realistic and easy to implement. Let's start out with a gut feeling. When it comes to leveling up and reinventing yourself, this might sound strange and certainly something the reinvent yourself girlies are not talking about, but that is to heal your gut. That's because science is showing us that our gut microbiome not only affects our physical health, but it's been shown to impact our mood, energy levels, and brain health, and actually even our personality. Here's what I'm doing to heal my gut. I started by reading and rereading books to help me get a good grasp on what the heck is actually healing my gut and keeping it healthy. What does that actually entail? So here are the books that I found most helpful so far. The Plant Paradox, I'm So Effing Tired, and The Good Gut. Next, I'm focusing on a high fiber plant-based diet. So I would say the main takeaway from all of these books is that your diet should largely, like 90%, be composed of high fiber plant-based foods like whole grains, nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables. I'm also doing things like adding fermented foods to my diet. Fermented foods are gut superheroes. They're packed with probiotics. It's like they throw a party in your belly and promote a happy gut. They also bring prebiotics and anti-inflammatory benefits to keep your gut in the tip-top shape. So I'm adding foods like kombucha, which is packed with probiotics, and pickled onions. Particularly pickled onions may benefit the gut health by providing probiotics through that fermentation, but also supporting a diverse gut microbiome and digestive enzyme production. Additionally, the prebiotic fibers in onions and their anti-inflammatory properties contribute to overall digestive well-being. So let's also talk about what I'm eliminating. I'm eliminating a lot of things that are going to be helpful in my heal my gut journey. I'm eliminating processed foods, dairy, added sugar, red meat, and alcohol. Next up, not your average mindfulness. Have you maybe tried mindfulness in the past, but you found it to be a little boring or like you couldn't get your mind to focus on the present moment? You might want to try a more creative form of mindfulness and grounding techniques, actually. And these next set of habits that I'm going to be incorporating in 2024 are all about practicing self-care every single day in a way that works for me. First up is mindful coloring and painting or journaling. So to start each night, I've been implementing the habit of mindful coloring or journaling depending on how I feel or my mood that night. Mindful coloring in particular is great for those that have a hard time with stillness, but could also benefit you with the grounding activity that it actually is to help you focus on the present moment. The motor activity of coloring combined with the creative nature keeps the mind busy and helps you stay focused on the present. Another creative way that I'm going to get grounded this year is amping up getting out in nature every single day. So even a simple 5-minute walk or just a break outside carries with it so many benefits for your mind, body, and spirit. And it's something I definitely want to incorporate more of in 2024. So living in Colorado, I've gotten used to taking some beautiful, beautiful hikes on the weekends. But even on a day-to-day basis, I really want to be sure to get outside every single day this year. Afternoon ashwagandha tea. So also when it comes to staying grounded throughout the day, incorporating ashwagandha tea in the afternoon has really been helpful, not only to stay hydrated, but to boost my energy levels to avoid that actually afternoon slump. So some interesting facts about ashwagandha. It's an adaptogenic herb that effectively lowers inflammation and stress. So by regulating our cortisol levels and exhibiting those anti-inflammatory properties, it helps the body to adapt adapt to stressors, and it also reduces that chronic inflammation. And then the last important thing that I'm going to do for that creative mindfulness is actually therapy. So of course I'm biased as a psychologist, but therapy is a very helpful way to self-reflect and take care of our mental health. So this year I want to make sure that I'm keeping the habit of attending therapy every other week to stay on top of my OCD and to create a space for personal growth overall. Moving on to the next set of habits, this year I'm bringing sexy back, getting my groove back, and unbigging my back. Okay, so feminine sensuality has always been a part of my feminine identity that I embrace, right? But it seems like since I've had children, I've really lost that part of myself. So I will be getting dressed every single day. That's a goal of mine. I usually get dressed, but I mean like getting dressed, like my makeup, my hair, all the things. I'm also incorporating things like vigorous cardio and Pilates. So I'll be doing vigorous cardio, not just my average cardio of getting on there, but not going very hard. I'm doing that every day that I'm not doing Pilates during the week. So 3 times a week, and I'm going to Pilates 2 times a week. So during the weekdays, to get my sexy back and just my groove back, I'm going to be taking more pictures. I used to take a lot of pictures. I actually used to model. That's kind of how I paid for college while I was in college. So I took a lot of pictures, and I really enjoyed being creative as a model. And even after that, for my blog, I used to take a lot of pictures. So I want to get back into that. If you look at my phone now, it's like all pictures of my children. So I'll be getting mommy in some of those pictures. And then I'm also doing things like at the end of the night, just looking cuter. I got into the habit of just like wearing t-shirts to bed. So I want to wear like cute pajamas and have, you know, cute things to go to bed in besides my bonnet. So I feel cute at night too. So I'm, you know, just getting my sexy back, y'all. So this next set of habits that are going to help me level up in 2024 can just be titled Sprinkle Sprinkle, and they're all about my financial habits. So we are doing, one of the financial habits that we're doing is staying more consistent with our family meeting. We do things like planning the week, talking about, you know, activities, but we also do our budgeting, and that's our time to just kind of reground as a family around our budget that we're doing every week. I'm also doing my personal, being more consistent. I was doing it probably 2 to 3 times a month. I want to make sure I'm doing it every week. My business budgeting for my business, accounting, those sorts of things, so I don't fall behind and it doesn't get too daunting, so I can have those sprinkle habits to help me level up this year as well. Also in 2024, I want to feel it in my spirit. So I also have a set of habits that are going to help me get back in my spiritual groove. And now that I have more time for myself as my kids are growing up to be a little bit older, making sure I implement their spiritual lifestyle, but also getting back into the things that really made me happy spiritually before I had kids. One of those things was every morning I would listen to gospel music as I was getting ready. I'm not one of those people that listens to only gospel music. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. But I like to start my day off with gospel music, particularly like black gospel, like pumping music. Oh my God, I sound so old saying pumping, but you know, high beat music. There are a couple of slow songs that I like too, but just getting, like, starting the day, like recentering myself with something larger than me, reminding myself that I'm not in this alone. I also want to try to find a church home that I am happy with this year. When I lived in Los Angeles, we would go to Agape, which is very aligned with me being more of a spiritual person than religious person per se. I haven't started that look here in Colorado. We moved here during the pandemic, but I do have a couple of recommendations for folks from for non-denominational churches, more diverse churches. So we're gonna give them a try. And then also every night I want to implement praying with my kiddos. This is something we've been pretty good at, but I feel like they have like that one consistent prayer, and I want to start showing them that it's not just about saying something ritualistic, but also talking to God, having a relation with God. They're only 3 and 4, but I feel like it's time for them to kind of expand their prayer repertoire. So we are also going to feel it in our spirit in 2024. And then goals without actual work are actually just dreams. So I actually have a whole set of habits just dedicated to work habits that are going to help me reach my goals this year and level up in 2024. And they're all kind of around content. So I have my specific goals of like my 12-week year strategy goals of things that I'm doing, but there are also specific habits that I'm implementing this year that are going to help me put that sort of goal getting on autopilot, particularly around content creation. The first one is 1 video per week on YouTube and 1 live video per week on YouTube. So I am being flexible to allow myself like to get out of free jail cards with each of those habits, but essentially I want to be pretty consistent and habitual about posting every week a video, and also doing our live accountability meetings where we talk about goal getting and holding each other accountable every Friday at 4:30 Central Time if you want to join me. I also want to put out 1 free resource for my community per month. So I talk a lot about my goal planner that I have for sale, the Mod Ambition Planner, but I also want to be sure that I'm providing you guys with free resources so that you can, if you can't afford the planner, or if you do have the planner and you want to supplement it, I'm still continue to give you guys things that are going to help you reach your goals, and that you feel like you're supported here on my channel and in my universe, and that I'm not just trying to get you to buy something from me. So I want to do 1 free resource per month. I also want to do 2 newsletters per week. One of those newsletters is going to be about just telling you guys what the video of the week is about, and the other email that I'm going to do is more just free information about like productivity hacks of the week. I also will be sharing an easy healthy recipe for the week. It's usually a recipe that I'm implementing on my meal plan, and then any other things that just might be pertinent to let you know that week, but basically productivity kind of hacks and little things to help you get through the actual day-to-day life of being a busy, ambitious person. So if you're not signed up for my newsletter, you can just go to modambition.com and you can sign up, and I try to send you guys helpful information weekly. Other habits that I'm implementing is 1 new ad test per week, which means I have to create 2 ads to test against each other. So I run Facebook ads that help support my business, so Meta ads, Instagram ads, because I like to use this channel as education. Yes, I talk about my planner, but I like to do like more of the selling of my planner through ads and people that are kind of in the market to get the planner, and being a small creator helps me kind of get the word out as well for my ecom business. So I do 2 ads per week just to test, keep finding those winning ads. As a neuropsychologist, I want to have the habit of producing 2 reports per week. So I test people for things like ADHD, dementia, social emotional concerns, after they have a TBI, those kinds of things. And I work for an organization that is a not-for-profit. We do accept Medicaid. We're one of the few places in the area, and even in Colorado, that does the type of extensive neuropsych testing that accepts low-income individuals and Medicaid, those things of that sort. So our wait list is so long. If I can get myself to writing 2 reports per week, we can help more people. We can service more people in the community, which is an important value of mine, which is why I work for a not-for-profit that serves people that are under-resourced. And right now I'm writing about 1 report per week, and I think a lot of it is to do with perfectionism, and I like to dig into the research so much, but I want to have more templates and tools that can help me get these out faster and help more people. I also want to do 1 photo shoot for my business per quarter, so 1 product shoot. I had a product shoot actually earlier today that went really well. That'll be for this quarter, and I think if I can do 3 more this year, that'll be helpful. And those are my habits for my actual work. If you want to know more on my sort of daily non-negotiable habits and routines, I will link a video I did on my daily non-negotiables for you to watch next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.